This is not possible. You are mistaken.
That bullet was meant for you.
That's absurd, Leo.
Vanessa, I remember Palmer Cortland showing up in the room where I was talking to one of the guys. There were two guys.
But you said yourself, darling, you were drugged. Now, maybe you just hallucinated that Palmer
How could I
was
do
there.
that? I'd never seen him before. I was not hallucinating. Your husband was there. And he looked at me like he was going to kill me right on the spot. And then he turned to one of his thugs.
Hand me your gun.
I thought he was going to kill me. But he didn't. And then I remember...
Now you listen carefully. You take this gun down to the dining room. I'm going to toast my faithless bride. And when we clink glasses, you shoot.
He called me his faithless bride?
He thought we were lovers. Do you believe that? All this because he thought that I was your gigolo. It's hilarious.
Oh, yes, that's so funny. We both could have died laughing.
Did you think the gunman was aiming at your wife?
What would make you think such a thing?
Well, didn't you? You threw yourself in front of Mrs. Cortland as if you were shielding her from the bullet.
Well, thus disputing the claim that chivalry's dead. No, actually, I just dove for the floor when I heard the gun go off.
Mr. Cortland, we have eyewitnesses who claim that you dove in front of your wife before the shot rang out.
Well, that's, I guess that's possible. When I saw that gun barrel aiming at me, I just reacted instinctively, I guess.
Yeah, it's amazing how those survival instincts kick in. So, it was the sound of the shot and not the sight of the gun barrel that caused you to react, to dive.
Yes.
Well, did you get a look at the gunman?
Oh, no, I'm afraid the only thing I saw was that gun barrel pointed at me.
Why do you suppose somebody would aim a gun at you?
Oh, well, I haven't the slightest idea. You know, it's a mad world.
Yes, it is. Now, how close was he?
Well, I really don't know. I'm sorry, I'm a little fuzzy on the details. It all happened so... I'm sorry, I'm getting a little fatigued.
Say no more. I'll let you rest. Thank you for your time. Oh, yeah. Leo Dupree. His fingerprints were found on the gun. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously he wasn't the gunman, but, you know, it's just odd how his fingerprints would end up on that unregistered gun.
Indeed.
Hello, Lieutenant.
Hey, Doc.
I have to examine the patient.
I'm on my way out. We'll talk again, Mr. Cortland.
You were extremely lucky last night, Palmer.
I guess it just wasn't my time. It's amazing. The damage can be done by something as tiny as a bullet.
I mean, nothing compared to the damage that Vanessa could do. She has a terrible track record when it comes to husbands. Or should I say late husbands. I couldn't help overhear Lieutenant Fry mention that Leo Dupre's fingerprints were on that gun.
Well, you have remarkable hearing.
Well, don't you find that coincidence the least bit bizarre?
David, I really am not up to a game of cat and mouse.
Palmer, you and I don't exactly share a warm and fuzzy relationship. But nevertheless, I'd hate to see something happen to you.
The sentiment is noted. And have you noticed the lovely display that Eric sent?
Erica has exquisite tastes. She also has razor-sharp instincts.
Indeed she does.
Well, maybe you should listen to them. She believes Vanessa put out a contract on your life.
Yeah. Yes, she intimated as much to me a little earlier on. But as much as I believe in Erica's instincts, she's dead wrong about Vanessa.
Don't be so sure. Vanessa's husbands have a habit of ending up dead, period.
My husband thought I was cheating on him? Betrayed him. He arranged this whole thing because the poor dear was insanely jealous?
Vanessa, get real. He had 2 thugs kidnap me, tie me up, gag me, then drug me with who knows what. And if that wasn't enough, the poor dear put my fingerprints on the gun that was supposed to blow you away.
My. I certainly underestimated Palmer's tolerance.
And rage. He was setting me up for your murder. You know, me, your son, not a murderer?
All right, darling. I'm not for a moment downplaying your idea. Well, now tell me about the police.
Everything's cool. I handled the cops just fine.
Leo, what did you tell them? Did you tell them about Palmer?
I've only got a headache. I'm not brain dead. Of course not. Never played the trump card in the first hand.
There's Mommy's boy. Of course, in all fairness to Palmer, he really didn't know that you were my son. He did take a bullet for me, darling.
Give him the John Wayne Hall of Fame award. Just keep him the hell away from me.
Oh, come on, Leo. He got it worse than any of us.
What a guy. I hope he's writhing in guilt.
Well, he is. Wasn't that delicious? Maybe I should pay my husband another visit.
I can almost hear the violins.
I will not listen to any more of this poisonous innuendo about your mother. If you want my support in making you head of the Andrassi Foundation, then I suggest you just keep your mind on cardiology.
I'm just trying to help you, Palmer.
Yes, and I am trying to help you, and I told Erica that I would do that, but on my own terms. No more witch hunt. Is that understood?
Oh, well, good morning. Oh, you look so much better, darling. Actually, have a little color in those cheeks. Oh, hello, David.
Oh, you're welcome for saving your husband's life. And how's baby bro? Still dopey? I have to go.
Yes, you run along, dear. Have fun playing with your knife set. I am grateful for him patching you up, darling. I wanted you to have the very best. And I want you home with me as soon as possible.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, but there are those who think that's a bad idea.
Oh, well, doctors are supposed to be gloomy, aren't they? But I'm going to take excellent care of you.
I was referring to Erica. She's under the impression that you tried to murder me.
Erica accused me of trying to have you killed. That is priceless.
Yes. Well, naturally, I told her that she was wrong, that you knew nothing about that shooting, and I would, but I trust you with my life.
Yes, of course, as I trust you with mine. Darling, you look just a little bit uncomfortable. Allow me.
Oh, no,
is that better?
No, that's just fine. You mustn't fuss.
No. I want to, darling. After all, we're here to take care of each other, aren't we? I noticed you weren't resting quite so easily. I'm very perceptive.
So am I. I wish you'd told me about Leo.
Oh, yes, well, I'm sure it was awful finding out about him like that. What, a real shock.
Yes. Why didn't you tell me?
Well, of course, I was afraid of what you would think of me, having a child out of wedlock. And I didn't dare tell David.
Yes, but you should have told me. You know, secrets are very hazardous in a marriage.
Yes, of course, they can be very destructive. I mean, imagine if you had happened to, see Leo and me in a very intimate situation. Imagine the crazy thoughts that might have just roamed through your mind. Had you been, particularly intensely jealous man. I shudder to think what you might have done, huh? But fortunately, we don't have to find that out, do we?
No. So, no more secrets.
No more secrets. In fact, I will tell you what I'm thinking right now. I may be paranoid, Palmer, but what if I had been the real target? Of course, that's silly. Who would want to hurt me? And yet there's so many unanswered questions. I mean, like Leo's fingerprints on the gun.
Well, why don't we just let it go? We may never have the answers to all the questions. Why can't we just go on from here?
Oh, that's so funny, because I was just telling Leo the same thing. Well, you get some rest, darling. I'll see you soon.